It is okay to be afraid of failing, of making mistakes. It is human nature after all, with our inbuilt flight or fight response. However, the key is to not let these fears hold us back from achieving what we want, regardless if it's personally or professionally related. I think as a society, and for some of us that have come from a certain cultural background, there is often an overwhelming fear of failure. We don't take risks or we don't speak up because we are afraid to fail. We are afraid to be rejected. We get told off if we ask too many questions. We don't make choices. We don't do anything out of the ordinary that will draw attention towards us. We have this nasty thing called the imposter syndrome looming in our minds. We sit there and have an overload of what-if scenarios playing over in our heads. Fear can oftentimes be irrational. So what do? We just don't take the plunge. If this sounds familiar, then this is the response that I have for you. What's the worst that can happen? For me, I've learned over the years that the negativities playing out in my mind are usually much worse, usually by 1,000%, than what will actually happen in reality. I find that by making a list of pros and cons sometimes helps, but at other times it causes me to procrastinate and in actual fact just becomes another excuse to not do something. So I just think of the one worst thing that can happen on the choice that I would make. From there, I can then start to plan what to do should that ultimate worst thing happen. What's next? You give yourself a pep talk. Only you can motivate yourself the best you can. Be careful to not consult too many people in your planning stage. It's good to have other people's input and a way for you to practice your pitching skills. However, don't let this turn into an exercise to have the perfect plan or for more excuses to not go ahead and take the plunge. Trust yourself. Know your strengths, your skills, and your passions. Let these define you and not your fears. And if you do fail, if you make a mistake, pick yourself back up. Tell yourself it's okay. Learn from your mistakes. Find out what went wrong. Make necessary changes and then try again. The only way we learn is by making mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. It is okay. So get out there. Take the plunge. Make some mistakes. Put yourself out there. You'll come out stronger, I promise. Embrace the fear of failure. Don't let it hold you back anymore.